It was just another day at the Lunar Research Facility for Dr. Elizabeth Parker. As an astrophysicist, she had always been fascinated by the mysteries of space and the moon. But little did she know that today would be different from any other day. She had just finished her routine check of the equipment when she noticed something strange on the monitor. There was a sudden spike in the readings that she couldn't explain. She tried to dismiss it as a glitch in the system, but her gut feeling told her that something was not right. As she delved deeper into the data, she discovered that the anomaly was not just a technical error. It was a pattern that couldn't be ignored. She immediately called her colleagues to discuss the situation, but they brushed it off as nothing important. But Elizabeth knew better. She had always been interested in the supernatural and had read extensively about the connection between science fiction and the paranormal. She couldn't help but wonder if there was something else at play here. As the days went by, the readings continued to increase. Elizabeth felt a sense of unease growing inside her. She tried to find a logical explanation for what was happening, but the more she researched, the more she realized that it was beyond science. One night, while working late, Elizabeth heard strange noises coming from the dark and deserted corners of the facility. She tried to ignore them, but they grew louder and more ominous with each passing minute. As she walked down the hallway, she felt an icy chill run down her spine. She saw something move in the shadows and she froze. It was a figure unlike anything she had ever seen before. It was humanoid in shape, but its skin was gray and translucent, and its eyes glowed with an otherworldly light. Elizabeth stood frozen, not knowing what to do. But the figure simply vanished into thin air, leaving her feeling more terrified than ever. She knew then that she had to take matters into her own hands. She dug deeper into the data and discovered a shocking truth. The readings were not just random anomalies, they were a message from an extraterrestrial intelligence trying to communicate with Earth. But there was more to the message than she could decipher. Elizabeth realized that she had stumbled upon a conspiracy that went beyond anything she could have imagined. She knew that she was in danger, and that she had to get the message out before it was too late. As she tried to leave the facility, she found that the doors were locked, trapping her inside. She heard footsteps approaching from behind, and she turned to face her worst nightmare. It was the figure from before, and it was not alone. It was accompanied by a group of otherworldly beings, all intent on stopping Elizabeth from revealing the truth. Elizabeth knew that she had only one chance to escape. She reached for a nearby fire extinguisher and aimed it at the beings, hoping that it would give her enough time to run. And it did. She ran as fast as she could, not looking back until she had reached safety. She knew that she had to warn the world about the conspiracy, about the extraterrestrial intelligence trying to communicate with Earth. She knew that it was up to her to save humanity from the horrors that awaited them. And so, she wrote a letter detailing her discovery, and she sent it to every scientific institution in the world. She knew that it was a long shot, but she hoped that someone would listen to her, that someone would believe her story. Years later, when Elizabeth had long since retired from the scientific community, she received a letter from a young physicist who had read her letter and had been inspired to follow in her footsteps. The letter thanked her for her bravery, and for inspiring the next generation of scientists to never stop questioning.
Thank you for listening to this horror story. If you enjoyed it, please consider subscribing to our Horrortory channel to get more terrifying tales delivered straight to you. Don't miss out on our latest podcasts and videos. Just hit the subscribe button and turn on notifications, so you'll never miss a new upload. We appreciate your support and hope you'll join us for more spine-chilling stories. Thank you for listening, and we'll see you in the next story.